is here. Drought season. There's not too many people who want to do interviews. Um, and I guess that's understandable. I don't know. I mean, I try to think about it sometimes. It reminds me of this one of the guys I actually interviewed who was from another country or whatever, and he changed his name. He didn't want the actual country. He didn't actually want to say the country he's from because he had this fear that it will all come back to him. Like he has friends and he has other people that might, he at least what he thought might somehow find this channel and then go through a list of like there's already 23 different interviews, click on one that has his name that is not his actual name, and then figure out that it's him specifically. I don't think that's a thing, but a lot of people have that fear. A lot of people believe that's a thing. Hold on. Yep. All right. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. So drought season is here. So there's not really too many people that want to do interviews. Unfortunately, I think possibly there might be two interviews that are happening in the next 2 weeks, but who knows? For that, uh, but while I'm here, I did read a very interesting article that I do want to share, and it's about green tea. Now, there's like a couple of articles I read about green tea. One of the articles was talking about the green tea having some sort of compounds that mask bad breath. I don't have that article, but I do have this new article that I read called. Let me actually share my screen. Hold on. Yes, let me share my screen right here. It was a new article talking about how drinking green tea actually, I think it boosts brain function or something like that. Drinking tea improves brain function. Let me see if I have it here. It Drinking improves brain health. So I'm only going to do this for 30 minutes, but I did want to share this article. I want to share something. I don't want it just to be just another boring interview no show. But I found this article recently this week, and I found it very fascinating. From NUS News, drinking tea improves brain health. So, a recent study led by Assistant Professor Feng Lei from this school revealed that regular tea drinkers have better organized brain regions. And this is associated with healthy cognitive function compared to non tea drinkers. The research team made this discovery after examining neuroimaging of 36 older adults. Our results offer the first evidence of positive contribution of tea drinking to brain structure and suggest that drinking tea regularly has a protective effect age-related decline in brain organization, explained Assistant Professor Feng Lei. Past studies have demonstrated that tea intake is beneficial to human health, and positive effects include mood improvement and cardiovascular disease prevention. In fact, results of a longitudinal study led by Assistant Professor Feng, which was published in 2017, showed that daily consumption of tea can reduce the risk of the cognitive decline in older persons by 50%. Um, Let me just drop the link here in the chat so if anybody wants to take a look at it. So, green tea has a lot of benefits. Not only when you usually hear about green tea, they talk about how it has like antioxidant properties. Um, but green tea also for some reason, has the ability to improve cognitive function in the brain. And they say that when you drink, I think they said something in an article where if you drink green tea 4 times a day, long term, you have a positive brain health compared to non-tea drinkers. And it's not only just green tea. They were also suggesting. Let me see. I think they were also talking about like black. What's it? Is it called black tea? Um, see effect of. Yeah, so in here it says upon analyzing the participants' cognitive performance and imaging results, the research found that individuals who consumed either green tea, oolong tea, or black tea at least 4 times a week, oh, not 4 times a day, 4 times a week, for about 25 years had brain regions that were interconnected in a more efficient way. So that's fascinating. Another thing that's fascinating is when I had an interview with Jim Lager, he was talking about there was some type of property within green tea, and I forgot what it was called. It's a very long word, but that's supposed to supposedly help you with your body as well. I forgot the name of it. Let me see here. What was it called? Uh, green tea. Let's actually look up the green tea benefits. See what happens. What do I find in here? Green tea proven benefits. Proven benefits. Let's see here. Let me say hello to people in the chat. Hello, Liz Sunshine. Hello, Goodney Booga. Hello, beautiful brown chick. Hello, Falconetti Rodriguez. Talk to everybody. Cool. But while I'm looking up green tea, like I said, there's an interview no show, and I think it's a drought season. I haven't gotten anybody in the last couple of weeks. Maybe there's going to be somebody that shows up next week, Friday, and the week after. But there's always a possibility that that doesn't happen. Because that happened, like, if I could really just be completely honest here, um, there was a lot of people who wanted to do interviews, but in the last minute, they just backed out of it. That's like a common thing that happens. And I don't know how to prevent that. I don't know how to prevent that at all. But whatever. Anyways, let me show you another article about green tea. So people are looking for um, a lot of people who smell. Oh, well, I don't want to say a lot of people smell. There's this theory that gram-negative bacteria is the reason why we are smelling bad. While most of us are smelling bad, or people who have fecal body odor are having this smell or odor. So trying to get like natural antibiotics might be the way to go, right? And with green tea, oh, hello, Whitney Eaton. With green tea, I heard that green tea has antibacterial properties naturally. I believe. Let's see. Let's see. So there's 10 proven benefits of green tea. So green tea contains bioactive compounds that improve health. Green tea is just more than liquid. Many of the plant's compounds and the tea leaves do make it into the final drink, which contains large amounts of important nutrients. Tea is rich in polyphenols that have effects like reducing inflammation and helping to fight cancer. Oh, this is okay. Here's another part. Green tea is about 30% polyphenols by weight, including large amounts of a catechin called ECGC. Okay, this is the name I was actually looking for. ECGC. This was talked about within Jens Lager's interview. ECGC. I forgot the importance of that, so let me actually do a Google search on that. Uh, ECGC. It's a long name. It stands for something. Let me just copy this. Okay, Epigallocattin galate is a unique plant compound that gets a lot of attention for its potential positive effect on health. It's thought to reduce inflammation and weight loss and help prevent heart and brain disease. Yeah. Um, so this compound has the ability to reduce heart and brain diseases. So that's why Jens Lager was actually recommending it within the interview. And compared to all the other teas, like green tea has way more ECGC compared to teas like black tea, compared to teas like I think there was another type of tea I forgot. It was like black tea and some other type of tea, but green tea is supposedly to have the highest in there. And maybe that explains why. I don't know if Asian people. I think Asian people live longer compared to other ethnicities, and if that is true, maybe the possibility is because of like the diet they have, like having green tea, drinking green tea every day, stuff like that. But I said I was going to do. I said I was going to. I was going to do a video about. What was I talking about? A video about um, chasing the cure, and I didn't really do it. I was actually trying to do another video about a topic. I was going to talk about olfactory reference syndrome. I don't know if I do. Whatever. I'll change it back if I feel like it. I was going to talk about olfactory reference syndrome, and I was going to do it as a topic because I haven't created a topic in a long time. Um, and if nobody knows what olfactory reference syndrome, it's a belief that you do have a smell when you actually don't. When in reality you don't. You have this belief that you have some type of abnormal body odor around you, but um, it's not detectable at all because it doesn't exist. It's all in your head. Uh, I did it. I actually shot the video, but I didn't do the editing because then when I did it, the editing, I was like, I don't like how the video turned out, so I never put it up. But let's just since we have this time, let's just look up olfactory reference syndrome too. Syndrome. So, olfactory. I remember seeing a video how to help patients with olfactory reference syndrome. I don't really want that one. This is actually one of the articles I read when I did the video about olfactory reference syndrome. Let me share my screen here. Olfactory reference syndrome. So this was going to be a video I was going to make. I mean, I technically made the video. I just didn't edit the video and whatever. But olfactory reference syndrome. Let's just read it together. So olfactory reference syndrome is an under-recognized and often severe condition that has similarities to obsessive compulsive disorder and body dysmorphic disorder, BDD. People with ORS think they smell bad, but in reality, they don't. There's a profound mismatch between their own perception and perception of other people. People with ORS may worry, for example, that they have bad breath or bad smelling armpits, or that they emit a foul odor from their genitals, anus, often flatulence, feet, skin, or other body area. People with ORS may worry about emitting a bad odor from any part of their body. The types of odors and body areas listed here are just some examples. The odor concerns cause significant emotional distress or interfere with the person's day-to-day functioning, usually both. So I'm just going to give you, that was just the basic outline of olfactory reference syndrome. And I was going to, I'm definitely going to put it out because I already have the footage, but I wanted to ask people about the possibility of that they might have olfactory reference syndrome, because a lot of people believe that they smell bad just based on rubbing of noses, or people rubbing their noses, or people coughing around them and stuff like that. But I don't think that's just a good indicator that you smell bad. Let me see if I can put this two together. Hey, this is cool. I don't think that's a really good indicator. Oh, this is, maybe I should do it like that. I don't think this is a really good indicator that you possibly have odor. Um, I know when a few people I've talked to made mention that they think that they smell bad because they feel like somebody's hinting that they smell bad. And the way that they would say it is that somebody, like a close friend or maybe even a partner, might mention somebody else smelling bad, and they think that they're being hinted that they smell bad. And so then they just naturally think, oh shit, they were talking about me, not actually the other person. But maybe they were just talking about the other person. Maybe they weren't really talking about you at all. Um, and I honestly believe I have like somewhere around like 400 subscribers. There has to be a percentage of you that really don't have shit. Like, I'm not saying everybody doesn't have it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people do have clear evidence that they smell bad because of, past experiences, not just, I mean, because for me, I overhear people say, it's not just people, rubbing their noses or, people just holding their breath around me. I have seen people visibly like do this when they walk close up to me. I have a story to tell you. When I used to work at the Culture Arts Center as a BA attendant, I had to work. I had to put. I just sit in this hallway, right, and ask for. I was supposed to be like guarding this door, and the only people who can come in this door are performers, right? So there's this one play. Um, okay, a lot of people have said that I smell bad, so RS is not the case for me. Yeah, I don't think majority of us have ORS, but I do think there's a percentage who do, who say, "Oh man, no matter what I do, I still smell bad." And then you ask them, "Have you ever heard somebody say you smell bad, or have you overheard someone say you smell bad, or something like that? Has anybody ever put like, I don't know, did anything?" Because sometimes they might not say anything, but they do hints like people put deodorant on your desk at work, or you know what I mean, or say, "Hey, we should brush our teeth together," or some shit like that. Hey, we should brush. You know what we should do? We should just spontaneously brush our teeth because that would be a fun activity. Shit like that. Of like, okay, that's some shit that nobody would say unless they think you got some funky breath, or they don't think you put on deodorant. Actually, now I could think about it. There's another story I had, but let me finish the story I was talking about with when I used to work at the Culture Arts Center. So I had to guard this door for my shift, and it's really boring because there's very little activity happening. And what play was happening at the moment was it was just some dance. It was some type of dance thing. But toward the end of the show, it was raining hard. So after the play ended, a lot of the dancers wanted to go out this way, which you could not do. You were only able to do it if you were performing. But after your performance, you can't go through this door anymore. So I'm trying to explain to this woman, the reason why she can't go through this door, and she was just she was just like holding her fucking nose, like looking at me like this. Like throughout the whole time, I'm like explaining it to her, and that shit pissed me the fuck off. Another example I have, since I was talking about like people hinting that you might smell bad, I remember having a job. I was working as a call center as a sales representative, and I was a terrible sales representative. I didn't even get. I went through training, but I failed training. That's how bad I was as a sales representative. But that's besides the point. In any case, I was after like the end of the shift, I was talking to like one of the managers, or training managers. Um, I don't know why she was talking to me. I forgot why she was talking to me, but we were walking out together, and as we were walking out, she like looked at the bathroom to the right of her, and she's like, "Oh, do you need to go to the bathroom right now?" And I'm like, "What? Like, why would you ask me that?" I was thinking to myself, why would you ask me that? So I was like, no, I don't need to go to the bathroom. But, as I left and later on thinking about it, I guess since I smelled like feces or smelled like shit, she probably thought I shit in my pants or some shit. So she was like, "Do you need to go to the bathroom right now?" Like, no. Like, I'm just looking at her like crazy, like, what the fuck? Why would I need to go to the bathroom, right? So, like, there's always those little hints throughout my life, and that was just like two examples. I could probably, if I really took some time to think about it, I could probably think about more examples where people like hinted, or I overheard somebody say that I smelled bad or something like that. But olfactory reference syndrome, let's go back to that. Let's go back to this shit. So I don't, I do think that, I don't know what the percentage is of people who have olfactory reference syndrome who are possibly subscribed to me. It has to be at least like a couple of you. I wouldn't think everybody does, but a couple of you must have like really believe. Like, let's read some of the things. It says, "What are some of the other symptoms of ORS?" Right? And we're just going to read some of these things. Smelling is oneself, which is 80% of the time. Showering to try to get rid of the perceived odor, which is 68% of the time. Changing clothes so the perceived odor doesn't make clothes smell bad, which is 50% of the time. Seeking reassurance about body odor, for example, asking, do I have bad breath, which is 45% of the time. Dieting, unusual food intake, for example, to decrease perceived flatulence, which is 45% of the time. And I think that this part is very interesting because, I do diet to reduce the odor. I do diet to reduce the odor. And I think a lot of people diet to reduce the odor. And some people have noticed that dieting does play some type of effect in removing some food and adding some foods in reduces the amount of reactions, I guess. Um, and the thing about olfactory reference syndrome, which I find interesting, or at least I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about the fact that maybe olfactory reference syndrome came about after like when people didn't really have a understanding of TMAO or even an understanding of this whatever condition I have, because when I go to doctors they say they can't smell me, so then they just say maybe it's in your head, and then a psychiatrist will come up and then start proposing this new name and say, oh yeah, we're just going to call it olfactory reference syndrome because we see just a number of cases where people say that they smell bad, but we don't detect any type of odor. And maybe, again, I do believe that some people are just, well, fucking crazy. And I don't want to say that, but I fucking said it. Anyways, there's just some people who are just, they're living in a delusional world and like, man, I smell crazy out here. And they don't actually smell at all. But then there's people who just walk, they're just, I don't know, minding their own business. And then people say, damn, it smells like somebody shitted their pants in here or some shit like that. Or they'll say, damn, somebody made a boo boo in here. I don't know. You know what I mean? And so they go to the doctor like, bro, I keep hearing these types of examples or people keep saying this, but nonetheless, I don't smell anything. I need to go to the doctor, try to resolve it. Doctors can't resolve it. And constantly going to these doctors, they say you should seek psychiatric help. And then over time, when they, therapists or psychologists constantly get these types of people that say, okay, we need to make up a term for this. I think that's how olfactory reference syndrome actually came to be. It's just like scientists or doctors could not diagnose it at all, to the very point that they just say, you know what, I think you just need to seek a therapist. And therapists just naturally, since they can't detect it, they're like, okay, maybe this is just a new mental condition and we'll name it olfactory reference syndrome or whatever. Nonetheless, I do think there are people who believe that they have some type of perceived odor when it's not actually detectable. But another thing I wanted to show you about this article is at the bottom. There's a contact me, right? There's a contact me. Let me see. Let me look at my screen here. There's a contact me. Let me make it visible. So there's a contact me. The woman who specializes in it, her name is Katherine Phillips. This is her website. Her website is katherinephillipsmd.com. And at the bottom section, there's a contact me. And I was thinking to myself to possibly email her and do some type of special live stream where I talk to her about olfactory reference syndrome. I think that would be very interesting to do. To have a special live stream from a doctor that talks about this, because I know there has to be a percentage. I don't know what the percentage is, but it has to be something like at least like 5%. I'll say 5% or some shit like that, somewhere around those lines. Um, but other than that, I could probably share a number of articles, a number of other articles I've been looking at. Is this the one? No, actually I'm on my laptop. I don't really have all the articles on my laptop. I have actually on my desktop. So I don't really have anything else to show except that green tea thing. But other than that, how's everybody doing? How's everybody's life? How is beautiful brown chick's life? How is Goodney Bugger's life? How is Whitney Eaton's life? How is Liz Sunshine's life? Um, Here's another thing that was interesting that happened this week. I got contacted by some guy who wants me to do how do I explain this? Let me read it. Basically he was contacting me because he was telling me that he saw one of my product reviews and he wanted me to do some type of partnership about like let me read this thing. Because I can't. Let me actually read the email. So it says like this. Hey there, I came across your YouTube channel. I was wondering if you ever do product reviews or influencer campaigns. If you do, we'd love to have you in our network network doing commissioned videos and product reviews via IntellaInfluence.com. We're an influencer marketing platform that helps connect small businesses and medium-sized brands with willing product reviewers across a variety of mediums and blogs. Reviewers are compensated monetarily and or with product by the brands that reach out. I mean, there's more to this email. Um, but basically, I think they just saw one of my. I don't think they saw it. I don't think they actually watched the video, but I did a product review for ES100, which is some Japanese electronic nose bullshit. It didn't work. Don't buy it. Not recommended. But I think since they saw product review in the video title, he thought I was like a product reviewer, and basically he emailed me to possibly do some type of commission based product review thing. So I'm supposed to do product reviews. Some brand give me some of their products and I review them and I say, oh yeah, this is good or this is bad because XYZ. And honestly, I was thinking about that's a pretty good idea because I'm sort of broke right now. Um, so I don't give a fuck. I review products. I was really thinking about doing like product reviews for like deodorant, you know, but not like deodorant for like, not like typical deodorant brands, but um, like the all natural, bio, health good for the environment type of deodorants because everybody knows about Old Spice or Degree or Schmidt's or Tom's or whatever, but nobody really knows about these small, like hippy dippy, earthy, fucking all natural deodorant ingredients brands. And I thought it'd be pretty good to do like deodorant brand reviews. Um, but I don't know. I don't know about that. Just recently, I mean, since I last quit my job in like August 2nd, from August 2nd to now, I had about 3 interviews. I had 3 interviews. One was actually for a data entry clerk, and that was for like a water and sewage plant in Miami. And they were gonna pay like somewhere around like $16 an hour, and it was a temporary job. And I walked in that motherfucker, even though I know it's gonna smell bad, but I had to go. It's like it's $16 an hour. I mean, fuck that shit. If I smell bad, I smell bad. So I did the data entry. I went into that water. It was a water and sewage plant. Well, it was a water and sewage plant. It was like a water and sewage office. Um, and basically, to make a long story short, I think I smelled so bad that they just made up an excuse not to. They said, okay, so I was supposed to do some type of test, right? And the test it was so simple, anybody could do it. Basically, all you're supposed to do is scan documents and put them in the appropriate folders and organize them. So it's like it's easy, anybody can do it. And after I did it, they said, okay, first they told me, okay, the employer that's supposed to interview you is in a meeting and is going to run a little bit late. So you have to wait for an hour. Are you okay with that? So I was like, Okay, I'm okay with that. So I was like, okay, cool. So I sit there. I sit there for, I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 minutes. But then another person approached me, and then he told me the same story, but the time difference changed. Instead of it being an hour, he was like, "Oh, it was actually 2 hours. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a reschedule for you. Um, the not the clerk. What's the name of these people? The secretary is going to reschedule you for another interview, and she's going to email it to you, and then we can set up an interview again." And I'm like, all right, cool, right? But she never set up a second interview. So now I'm thinking to myself, they just made that shit up. They made all that shit up just so I could leave the building because they're like, oh, 1 hour? No, no, it was actually 2 hours. 2 hours. It's a 2 hour waiting time. So I think you gotta leave, man. some shit like some shit like that. And so I'm like, all right, cool. I guess whatever. I mean, and I really wanted the job because it was like $16 an hour, but they weren't gonna give me the motherfucking job. So the second job I went to was a security job, which was all the well, nobody's been to Miami. It's all the way in North Miami, and that takes like about 50 minutes for me to drive to that location. So to make a long story short, the only available job that was close to my area was was only going to be on a Saturday and Sunday, and it's only going to be 16 hours, and they're only going to pay me $8.50. And some people might say, I don't know, depending on your area, that might be pretty good, or it might be too low. Boy, that's extremely fucking low. That is absolutely goddamn low. I mean, Jesus Christ. Can you look up tea tree and lavender? 100% pure essentials, natural. Look up tea tree and lavender. You mean lavender? Sure. I was just talking shit right now, so let me look it up. While I'm looking up, let me do it this way. Can I do it this way? Yeah, let me do it this way. Let's go to Amazon. Let's go to Amazon right here. Tea tree and lavender. Let me put tea tree deodorant. Let's see what happens if I do that. Deodorant? What is minimum wage in Florida? That's a good question. Let me look that up. Minimum wage in Florida, 8.46. $8.46 per hour. So they're gonna so they're really balling on some shit. They're paying me $4.04 more just to show you that we care about employees. Get the fuck out of here. Um, $8.46. That's crazy. I haven't gotten paid like that since damn. Now that I really think about this, I think the last time I ever got paid that wage or lower was maybe in 2013. Yeah, and they only pay like $8. I don't think I ever got paid $8.50. I mean, I have got paid $8 before, but I was like in 2000, maybe 2012, not even 2013. Um, so that's when I was 22. So they're really scraping. They ain't doing shit. But in any case, um, oh yeah, tea tree oil. This guy was asking, oh, tea tree. I think he means lavender, not lavador. I don't know what lavador is. Let's see if that's a thing. Lavador. Lavador? Lavador? Lavador, a machine used in mining placer deposits. Lavador. Spanish, what does that mean? Spanish to English, lavador. A sink? You're asking for a sink, tea tree, and lavador. I think he means lavender. Uh, tea tree. Native deodorant. Natural vegan. A vegan deodorant. I didn't even know that was a thing. Gluten free. Gluten free. Like, am I going to eat the deodorant? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, whatever. Schmitz. Ooh, I want to talk about Schmitz a little bit. I have a Schmitz deodorant that has activated charcoal in it. It's ooh, and this is tea tree oil. I have a Schmitz deodorant that has like activated charcoal in it, and I think that shit's dope. It has like a lemony. I should do a product review for that. I should do a review for that too. Has like a lemony smell, a fresh lemony smell. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to find it. I mean, show it. Maybe it's on Amazon as well. Tea tree. This is it. I think this is the one. Yeah, I think this is the one. Charcoal and magnesium. And people talk about this deodorant called Loom. If anybody ever heard Loom, people people praise it a lot. That shit, the Loom deodorant made my armpit smell sour, so I don't really think it's that good. But I've used this charcoal magnesium. My mother gave me it because she saw me consuming a lot of like activated charcoal, and she was like, "Oh, why don't you try this charcoal deodorant?" I tried it. Hey, this shit is way better than Schmidt than Looms. But I don't know. And they have so many different brands too. So we just saw Tea Tree. Hold on, let me go back here. So they have a tea tree one. They have a jasmine tea, a coconut pineapple. God damn, they got all the flavors in the rainbow. Uh, so the tea tree is 325 ounces, and this is 9.99. That's interesting, and it's for men and women. Maybe I should. I'm really thinking about doing deodorant reviews because I don't think too many people do deodorant reviews. But yeah, this was only supposed to be 30 minutes long. I just wanted to talk about an interview no show. Um, that means nobody showed up. If anybody wants to do an interview, email me at bosufferers at gmail.com. Cool. And let me also put some of the articles I was actually showing. The olfactory reference syndrome. I'm just saying, if you never actually heard someone say that you smell bad, there's a possibility you might be crazy. No. I'm just, no, I don't want to say it like that. But I'm just saying, like, the possibility that I don't know, it might not actually be something that's I don't know where I was going with it. In any case, I only wanted this to be for 30 minutes. I appreciate all of you for showing up, and I am going to salute you guys and see you guys later. Hopefully, there will be an interview next week or the week after. See you guys later.